I wish to remind all speakers to limit their statements to no more than 3 minutes in order to enable the Council to carry out its work expeditiously. Flashing lights on the collars of the microphones will prompt speakers to bring their remarks to a close after 3 minutes. I give the floor to His Excellency, Mr. Vahi Javargan, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Armenia.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. I would like to express my appreciation to the United States for convening this open debate on such a pertinent topic. I thank Ms. Rina Ghalani, UN Famine Prevention and Response Coordinator, and other distinguished briefers for presenting their views on the ways to prevent and address famine by strengthening the food security in conflict situations. Starvation has been repeatedly used as a method of warfare and perpetration of genocide throughout history. But today I am not going to recall examples from the past or assess future risks of famine in the context of the conflict. Instead, I would like to bring to the attention of the Council a situation which is happening right now, situation wherein people do not know whether today they will be able to find milk formula for their babies, loaf of bread for their children, or provide medicines to critically ill relatives. As we meet, the people of Nagorno-Karabakh face threat to their very existence resulting from the complete blockade imposed by Azerbaijan. For more than 7 months, Azerbaijan continues to block the Lachin corridor, a humanitarian lifeline connecting Nagorno-Karabakh with the outside world. This illegal and inhumane action is in blatant violation of the order of International Court of Justice of 22 February 2023, reaffirmed by July 6 order, norms of international humanitarian law, and the trilateral statement of 9 November 2020. The complete halt of any humanitarian supplies by Azerbaijan since 15 June this year has led to a critical shortage of food, medical supplies, and other essential goods, creating a full-fledged humanitarian crisis. Disruption of electricity and gas supplies has been paralyzing social and healthcare services and transportation system, depriving the besieged population of their fundamental human rights. The blockade has a particular devastating impact on the most vulnerable segments of the population. Due to the lack of essential foods and vitamins, approximately 2,000 pregnant women, around 30,000 children, 20,000 elder persons, and 9,000 persons with disabilities are struggling to survive under conditions of malnutrition, absence of basic supplies and medicines. Moreover, Azerbaijan continuously targets civilians conducting agricultural works, augmenting its manifest intent to impose starvation on the population. These warning signs have already been communicated by the ICRC, which remains the only international humanitarian mission in Nagorno-Karabakh. In its July 25 news release, the International Committee of the Red Cross expressed concern over growing humanitarian needs and emphasized that it's not currently able to bring humanitarian assistance to the civilian population through the Lachin corridor, while stressing that its humanitarian aid convoys are a lifeline for the population in the area. After 3 days of this communication, Azerbaijan arrested 68-year-old Vagiv Khachatryan, a person who was being transported by ICRC from Nagorno-Karabakh to Armenia for medical treatment. The arrest of a person under ICRC protection whose transfer was preliminarily agreed with Azerbaijan is not merely a perfidious act, but well-calculated obstruction of the ICRC work in Nagorno-Karabakh. To address life-saving needs of the most vulnerable, on 26 July, the government of Armenia decided to deliver a consignment of around 360 tons of essential goods, mainly food and medical supplies, to Nagorno-Karabakh. We appealed to the peacekeeping forces of the Russian Federation to organize the delivery of the humanitarian assistance to those in need, which was established practice through past months. However, up until now, the humanitarian cargo remains at the entrance to the Lachin corridor due to the obstruction and denial by Azerbaijani side of its transfer. Madam President, the dire humanitarian situation on the ground and risks of evolving hunger in Nagorno-Karabakh require efficient and timely response by the international community to ensure full and unconditional implementation of the ICJ decisions and full respect of international human rights and international humanitarian law. We hope that yesterday's statement of the UN Secretary General, wherein he expressed deep concern on humanitarian situation and emphasized the need of implementation of ICJ orders for ensuring unimpeded movement of persons, vehicles and cargo along Lachin corridor, will be the first step towards full UN engagement on the ground. This engagement is as needed as ever. The cost of inaction is too high to be sustained, and this mass atrocity being perpetrated through starvation should and can be prevented and stopped. We call on the UN and the Security Council to undertake urgent measures to ensure full adherence of Azerbaijan to its legally binding obligations under ICJ orders and the international humanitarian law, immediately restore the freedom of movement across the Lachin corridor, and allow safe and unimpeded humanitarian access of the UN agencies and the ICRC to Nagorno-Karabakh. I thank you.
I thank His Excellency Mr. Gevorgian for his statement.